About 2/3 of the pump line unsuccessful. Right now, CJ Tino looking to make good, looking to make it even Stevens for the trio here tonight. But much easier said than done against this man.
Eddie Roar, the big game hunter. This guy's relatively new to the game. This past year alone, Santino's brother's product. He's been making a name for himself in Los Angeles, up and down SoCal.
Hey, yeah, Barry, you say this guy's pretty new to the game. You wouldn't know it, given his attitude. He has the attitude of someone who's won every championship, beaten everyone, been everywhere. I mean, I'm not sure there's any level of success that warrants this type of confidence.
You know, he picks a fight with everybody in the venue, whether it's fans, whether it's staff, at the point there's a referee, us here at the commentary desk. He's looking to fight everybody, but he's got to keep his eyes on the prize. He wants to stand a chance against Mr. 551. Jordan Castle, that's gorgeous.
He's a real man.
You know, I think it's a bit too early in the Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre status.
He almost forgot. He almost forgot. Our Boston boy, our Beantown baby, our asshole. Very sweetie.
Absolutely. And again, this guy, I think it's a bit too early in the game to say you're at Skyfire Pro, but I do believe this guy has a great case to be made to say ace of Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre.
I mean, we've seen him against the likes of Brent Watson, Tommy Wilson, have some pretty huge victories. But for CJ Tino, we know he has his sights set on championship glory. A win here tonight against the debuting Eddie Roar would go a very long way in making that happen.
You know, last time out we saw him against Grant Watts, fellow New Japan Academy standout. We saw him against Mike Camden. We saw him against J2 Mattioli, the playmaker, the leader of the Heartless Kings. This is an unpredictable variable, I think, Jordan.
Yeah, Eddie Roar, someone who, again, thinks he's the best at everything. Thinks he's the best high flyer, thinks he's the best submission specialist, thinks he's the best technician. One thing he might be the best at is getting under people's skin.
And certainly talking a good game. And, you know, let's not take anything away from Eddie Roar here. He's not called the big game hunter for nothing. He picks these fights himself. And then he gets what's coming to him, as you can very well hear from our Skyfire faithful. But he saw a fight with CJ Tino, he was more than willing to oblige.
Excuse me! No, never!
It's Wednesday. Welcome to Skyfire.
Respect is not deserved, but respect is shown from CJ Tino. And indeed, Eddie Roar showing why he does not deserve that respect. But CJ Tino gets caught with a big shoulder block.
And you know, we could have like the rest of the wrestling match happen here. Perhaps Eddie Roar could take the advantage, but he'd rather chirp at the fans. He'd rather dance around like a fool. But this is the kind of thing that might get under the skin of a guy like CJ Tino. You know, this guy goes hold for a hold. He's not afraid to show his acumen here. Look at this.
Feeling out process here, and you saw the look on the face of CJ Tino. He showed Eddie Roar respect. Despite that respect not being administered back his way, despite Eddie Roar chirping, as you said, to the Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre faithful. And what does Eddie Roar do? He chews it out and spits it out right back in Tino's face. Mr. 551 is a very good-natured person. He is a very good, morally upright human being. He's not going to take that lying down. He's not going to let you walk all over him.
Certainly not. Meanwhile, back on their feet, and once again back down with that big shoulder block. I mean, that heavy set of shoulders from Eddie Roar here.
CJ Tino, renowned for his power here in Skyfire, but Eddie Roar perhaps with the size advantage.
CJ Tino certainly not one to be phased right now. You know, we often shout out the Rocky analogy, the shout-outs, the comparisons. Right now, I think he's in his Rocky 4 stage. He's been chaining on the mountains. He's been a burning heart. He's got that beard on.
When do we get the robot?
Listen, I think that's maybe the next match. I'm not sure. He can go all day with this.
Single-handed push-ups from CJ Tino, showing Eddie Roar how it's done.
And perhaps a test of strength. Not exactly what the doctor ordered for the big game hunter.
The Greco-Roman knuckle lock. And again, this is it. This is the ace in the hole for Eddie Roar. Playing mind games, getting in the head of CJ Tino. I think Eddie Roar, he's a smart guy. Say what you will about it. He's a smart guy. He knows he can't beat CJ Tino in a traditional grappling style wrestling match. He is trying, I was going to say succeeding in getting in the head of CJ Tino, but not if that shoulder block has anything to say about it.
And when it comes to picking up the speed, it is the advantage of Mr. 551 CJ Tino. Look at this. Nothing going on the O'Connor roll.
So quick, so deceptively agile. Springboard crossbody, leg hooked, but only a 2. Only a 1, excuse me. Referee Victor Cuentas' hand didn't even reach the mat for the 2.
Big game hunter Eddie Roar calling for a timeout here. There ain't no timeouts in wrestling, buddy. Reassessing his options among the people, among the moms here at Sleepless Nights.
Well, Eddie Roar, you talk about moms. Eddie Roar mouthing off at CJ Tino's mom.
That is the last thing you ever want to do. Oh boy.
Again, Tino, a good-natured guy, but if there's one way to get under his skin, it's messing with Mama Tino.
Don't run, Eddie, you only die tired.
And CJ in the ring to meet him. I hate to say it, Barry. I hate to give the devil his due. I think Eddie Roar's plan is working to perfection. CJ Tino is someone who has his head on straight, and Eddie Roar unloosened it. He knew exactly what he was doing by messing with Mama Tino. CJ Tino saw red, he got sloppy, and now Eddie Roar is taking advantage.
Right on the money, Jordan Castle. This is a family affair when it comes to professional wrestling. CJ Tino wears his heart on his chest. He's an honest, upright, nice guy. And his mom's here to enjoy the show. I mean, she's helping out for crying out loud. And to make this guy who can suplex you as long as they're under 551 pounds upset, maybe not the best game plan.
Yeah, Eddie Roar trying to make this personal. If CJ Tino knows what's good for him, he has to do everything in his power to keep it on the straight and narrow, to keep this about professional wrestling.
Look at that springboard once again.
Gets caught by Roar. Maybe took a second too long and now hung out to dry. Backstabber.
Backstabber, it was off the ropes as well. I mean, CJ Tino, maybe he didn't have his footing right, but all that takes is that 1 second.
Cover here. Eddie Roar saying, I did it for his mom. What a sick, repugnant person.
You know, listen, we're not from the same part of Massachusetts as CJ Tino, but I feel like I know Tewksbury, Mass pretty well. You don't take that kind of talk lying down.
Yeah, if you're from Boston, Massachusetts, any suburb, city, or offshoot, you don't mess with someone's mom. It's as simple as that. Cover from Roar off the suplex, and a kick out from Tino.
And CJ Tino here feeling worse for wear. His resilience is in his face, but his body might not be willing to commit to his heart.
Eddie Roar just dropping all his weight on the lower back of CJ Tino. Cinching in the camel clutch, but you can hear it, Barry. A special connection here with his hometown Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre fans.
You can hear it and you can feel it, Jordan Castle. CJ Tino, Mr. 551, a mainstay here at Skyfire, and the kind of guy who is not going to let his fans down. But look at that. Oh, my God.
Look at Eddie Roar just dropping all of his body weight. It's not pretty, but it's damn sure effective.
And CJ Tino out of the way in the nick of time at the expense of Eddie Roar's tailbone.
But you can see CJ Tino still really feeling that back. the explosiveness we saw in the opening moments of the contest, it's gone. He is moving slowly here, Barry, and it may have cost him.
Look at this, blocking those suplexes, what normally so easy for CJ Tino, but now with that base.
Adios, amigo! DVD! Knee to the neck, but a kick out from CJ Tino at the last second.
And a shout out to one of his mentors there, Eddie Roar's mentors, Ray Rosas. And CJ Tino worse for wear there. His neck bounced right off that knee.
Oh man, still mouthing off to CJ Tino's mother.
Unbelievable. Unfriggin' believable.
Does this guy have no shame?
He certainly isn't risk adverse. He's talked this good game, and now he's taking a high risk at the top rope.
Yeah, but he took too much time talking, and Tino there to meet him sends him careening to the canvas.
And we talk about not pretty, but it's getting results. He's just looking to spike him.
You hear the chants from the people. If you are 551 pounds or less, CJ Tino can hoist you over his head. But is that still true with the injured back, Barry?
Well, blocking these strikes, he's certainly laying it all on the line right now. He's got to take his opportunity.
Super kick cut. And look at the intensity in the eyes of Tino. I think Roar's wishing he kept Mama Tino's name out of his mouth.
And now he is sidewinder.
Cover. Kick out from Roar.
Awfully sluggish from Roar as well. He might be out on his feet or off of him. Easiest math equation in the game of professional wrestling.
CJ Tino thinking deadlift German, but the back may have given out. Eddie Roar catches him with the elbows to the head. Tino from under. Blue Thunder Bomb! Tino kicks out.
A win for Eddie Roar in his Skyfire Pro Libre debut would be momentous, especially against a talent the caliber of CJ Tino.
I was going to say a win is one thing, but against perhaps our ace, as you said, in CJ Tino, that's career making. That's the kind of win that gets you a championship opportunity.
You buy that kind of stock early. You want to see where it goes. You get it on the ground floor. And from the ground floor, once again, Eddie Roar looking to go to the penthouse on the top rope.
The big game hunter. Looking to make his shot, but again, wasting precious seconds. Mouthing off to Mom.
Nobody home! Rolls through the splash.
Tino gets caught with a backbreaker tilt-a-whirl style.
Look at this, holds on, rolls through. Falcon Arrow, get the deal!
Kick out from Tino. Nobody kicks out of the Falcon Arrow.
Listen, the deal may have been done, but it wasn't sealed. CJ Tino still in this fight here at Sleepless Night, Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre.
I miss you, Chuck Taylor. CJ Tino crawling towards the bottom rope, not trying to break the submission maneuver, just looking for anything to gain leverage, just looking for anything to help him back up to a vertical base.
He has taken the beating of a lifetime in this match. Eddie Roar came in here talking a good game, and say what you will about him, he's looking to back it up, and no one home with that backbreaker once again.
Tino backing Roar up, setting him into the ropes and rolling through. Chaos Theory! Cover! And the victory!
Beautiful bridge, beautiful result. CJ Tino, your winner tonight.
Took heart, took guts, it took strength, but perhaps most of all, Barry Sweeney, it took the love of and for a mother. Mother's Day victory here for Mr. 551. Making Mama Tino proud.
Shout out all the moms in the crowd, but shout out Mama Tino especially. Shout out CJ Tino, the whole Tino fan. Show us some love, baby. Come on now.
You absolutely love to see it.
This is what this business is all about. This is the game I love, baby.
Another huge victory. The wave of momentum rode by CJ Tino just continues to grow.